Boom! Good afternoon and welcome everybody. It's 4:51 p.m. on this Tuesday, August the 8th. We're going to be bringing you a different drive today. Okay, we're in a different location, in a different town, and we're going to see if we can't have a nice zero disengagement drive. Okay, so I'm in this parking space right here, right? And we're going to be making a right out of this parking lot. Let me see if I could creep forward just a little bit so that Beta has a good idea of where we're going. So we're basically following where this line of cars is headed. And then we're going to be making a right onto that street. So I've activated FSD Beta. Very good, very good, very good. All right, so we correctly recognize we're going to the right here. All right, I like it. I like it. And now there's a narrow fit here. Nice. Very good, very good. Beta decided to brake for that car and then did a recalculation and then proceeded after giving him more space. That was a good decision that happened very quickly there. So that right there was probably the hardest part of our whole drive, just allowing Beta to pull us out of that difficult little parking lot there and forcing it to figure out what it needed to do. That was probably the hardest situation we'll have. Let's see what the rest of our drive looks like here. Oh yeah, this looks good. All right, let's see how this works. So this is a very wide turn here. And then it opens up to 2 lanes towards the end of this street. We need to stay to the right. Very good. There is a no turn on red sign here. Excuse me, I'm hungry. All right, now we can make our right here. Very nice. Very wide single lane road here. Wow, that was very good. So what a human does here is kind of line up on the double yellow line so as to provide room for any vehicles next to us who are going to make a right turn. There is a no turn on red sign, so that vehicle is waiting patiently behind us, but now made his right. So I'm watching everything, even the cars behind us, okay? Alright, so we have a single lane road here for a while, and then it's going to open up to a very complicated intersection that I guarantee you everyone will be surprised to see how well Beta handles this intersection, because it's impressive. Alright, so the speed limit is 25 around this curve. So we're not picking up these curve signs here as 25-mile-per-hour signs, but Beta did brake as required when we were going around the sharpest part of the curve. So that's good. Looks like this truck is making a left. Or no, he's just stopping for the line of cars there. Because the truck is so tall, that car was making a left. Okay, that makes sense. I couldn't see the vehicle in front of him that was making a left. Alright, so it looks like we're stopping for a red light here. So this truck decided to line up with his double yellow line, and currently Beta has opted to center in lane. Both are fine in my opinion. Oops. Now he's making a left. Okay. And you're going to continue straight, Beta. Don't get confused. There you go. All right. So there is another sharp turn up ahead. Beta is recognizing that it needs to be slowing down for this curve and slowed down for us without requiring me to manually reduce our speed. That's good. So it looks like they've done some road work here recently. It doesn't look like the lane markings are 100%. They did briefly put down some dotted lines for us here to give us something to work with. Alright, so there's a downhill coming up, plus a curve, plus a blind curve, and then at the bottom of that blind curve is a red light. So that's why, like, you really have to be careful here. See, like, all of a sudden we were just traveling at a nice 30 and now we're coming to a complete stop. So this intersection right here is going to be one of the harder parts of this route, and it looks like we also have some traffic indicated on our route here. All right, watch this turn, everybody. No lane markings. Done perfectly. Entering this left lane, whereas there was a right lane where we could have gotten into incorrectly. We stayed to the left. Very good. Now, there's all these artificial barriers here that are very unusual. Very good. We just ignored them. When I first got Beta back in October of 21, on my normal route, there's a section that has cones very similar to those. And I'll never forget, Beta used to just try to aim for gaps in those. So it used to just give me a jerking motion to the right. And I would have to, like, pull the car back and be like, no, like, what are you doing? Like, we've come a long way. All right. Nice Model S. Very nice. No one waves at me. If you drive a Tesla and you're in Westchester and you see someone in a blue Tesla waving at you, can you wave back? Because there's a good chance it's me, and no one waves back at me, and is very upsetting. That's all I'm saying. Like, I understand Jeeps, like, wave at each other all day, and they call it, like, a Jeep wave. Like, it even has a name to it. I really like what just happened. Beta knew that car was up to no good and was slowing down and staying to the right for it. And I'm like, what's going on? And then he decided to make that left, and Beta already knew there was a problem and gave me an FCW, and needed to map a very tight course in between the curb and that car, and did it successfully. And did all that in the scenes, allowing me to continue my conversation. That was very cool. It really feels like we're getting somewhere with Beta all of a sudden. Like it literally feels like Beta has a mind all of a sudden, where it's just making decisions for us, like complex, multi-layered decisions. All right. So I've disengaged for that behavior previously. What's happening here is Beta is trying to treat this like a 1-lane road and not a 2-lane road. And I've disengaged for that and provided that feedback. And today we were able to collect the data of Beta trying to treat it like a 1-lane road, and then got 2 examples of oncoming traffic occupying the opposite lane and requiring Beta to fix itself into a 2-lane road. That's really good. I like both types of that data. Okay? Nice bump in the road there. Alright, so this single lane road opens up to 2 lanes. We need to stay to the right to continue straight. Beta figured it out. That oversized van and those pedestrians gave Beta a few extra elements to figure out. That was interesting. So those cars started to move. This van moved a little bit, and then Beta moved a little bit, and then realized, oh wait, I'm not supposed to be moving now. It's really fun for me to be able to watch a computer learn how to do this. All right, so we have 2 successful interactions that I get to choose. Which one do I want to post to Twitter? So what I usually do is I post the full video to YouTube, but then if there's a particular situation that impresses me, I'll post just a clip of that to Twitter along with a link to the full video. So please, if you haven't yet, please follow me on Twitter if you have a Twitter. If not, you should make a Twitter account and then follow me. Okay, it's the same name as the channel, Entelechy Earth. Okay, and if you haven't done so yet, look up the definition of entelechy. Okay, it's a philosophical concept. Okay, you should read about it. It's the realization of potential. It's all about humans being our best. Okay, and the way I describe it is when you have that successful day of work, right, and you leave work that day knowing that you produced as much as you could and you made the best impact possible, and you just brought that, the best version of yourself that day, and it paid off. that feeling that you have, it's called intelligent. That's what it is. It's the realization of potential. All right, so we're coming up to a red light here. We're getting into this right lane to continue straight. That's one of my pet peeves currently, is Beta using its right turn signal when we're getting into a right lane to continue straight. It's okay. Look at this Cadillac taking up a lot of our drivable space there. That was good. We needed to navigate around him. Now, we need to follow this van to continue straight and not try to go around him. That was good. All these little things that Beta is just nailing every time correctly is making all this look very easy. All right, so this van is making a right, and this caddy should be making a left. The person behind us is impatient. Very good. The van didn't even get a chance to go yet before that guy was on. All right, so now we need to get into this tiny little left turning lane here. Very good. Nice Mustang Mach-E. I think those things are pretty cool. All right. Now, with this turn, it is an unprotected left turn. We're going to jump in front of that utility vehicle because we had time to. Very tight fit there for us. So yeah, as I don't think I finished that thought. I have a couple choices between the video I want to post today to Twitter, which is either us exiting that initial parking lot, which was very good. I was also impressed by the way we handled that very large intersection that had no lane markings. Both were good. All right, so this Subaru has the right of way. They can go, and now we can go. All right, we've made it almost. I shouldn't say that yet. We have a very complicated couple of stoplights ahead of us here. And the only reason they're complicated is because they're doing like non-stop construction here, and like the roads are just destroyed and the lane markings are just chaotic. This whole area of town is in a major transition right now, where they're just building all these high sky rises, and they're charging people literally like $3,000 and $4,000 a month to lease an apartment. And it's the worst thing that you can do for yourself, because you're not building equity towards a mortgage. It used to be the case that home ownership was the #1 wealth transfer vehicle from generation to generation. Parents would leave the house to the kids, right? That doesn't happen anymore. Once the kids leave the house, right, go away to college or, get married, the parents sell the house, and then the kids are on their own, right? So a lot of people in their 20s and 30s now are stuck in apartments, right, where they're just paying rent. Even with a condo or a co-op, you're at least building equity towards your mortgage, and ultimately you'll just have an HOA fee. With rent, you're just paying rent your entire life. And I think this vehicle is just going to stop right there, or you're going to go. So I was on the fence about disengaging there to navigate around that car. It's such a unique situation in this little intersection here. And I'm okay with just stopping here. It was the safer thing to do. So there's some fantastic data for Tesla. All I did was reduced our set speed to 0, not disengaging FSD beta, keeping beta engaged, but allowing this grandma to cross the street. So that was good. So we're continuing straight past this light, and then we'll be turning into our driveway. We do have to make a left to cross a double yellow line here. So we've indicated early for it, and we're gonna do it. No problem whatsoever. All right, I do hope everyone enjoyed the 0 disengagement drive that we were able to bring us. Couple sketchy situations there, but we got it done. I'll see everyone in the next video. Listen, if you enjoyed watching, give me a thumbs up, like the video. If you can, please subscribe to the channel.